strong.
In this video, I'm going to show how I draw a face as a sketch, and this is going to be a line portrait. I hold the pencil very loose, like a paintbrush rather than a writing pen, and I start off drawing the large shapes. Here I'm drawing the shape of the face. Later in the video, I'll show you a little secret trick that I learned to draw eyes and eyebrows that really causes the likeness to pop out. The most important thing to start with is the large shapes. And now you see I'm thinking of the hair as a shape, and I'm drawing it as two large major shapes, the left side and the right side. I try to think of the hair as if it's sculpted out of clay. It's a solid shape in my mind. I try to think of the face as a three-dimensional shape. I find the center line and that line for the eyes, and then I start sketching in the eyes. I'm just looking at this point for the basic shape of the eyes. I'm not trying to nail it perfectly, and also the angle of the eyes. I'm just placing the features in their basic area. I'm not trying to get it perfect because I'm going to come in with a pencil after this and draw it more detailed over top of this. This is actually a photo of a client who hired me to draw her family as Sesame Street characters. I'm sketching her nose while thinking of it as a 3D shape that I'm trying to describe with lines, not as a two-dimensional shape. Also, I'm thinking of a method of drawing faces called the Frank Riley method. You see the line map that I put over top of her photo. The Frank Riley method really helped me when I studied it last year, and it's something I really want to get deeper into and learn more about. In just a little bit, I'm going to show you a cool secret trick that I learned on how to draw eyes. To be honest, I'm nowhere near as good at this as I would like to be. I had an art teacher tell me once that you have to get your first 1,000 bad drawings out of the way before the good drawings start coming out. Okay, now I'm going to get an HB pencil and go over top of this and draw it in with more detail. I start drawing in the eye and the eyelashes, and I'm always looking for opportunities for straight lines and curved lines. If a line looks straight to me, I make it more straight. If it looks curved, I make it more curved, and I try to make sure straight lines and curved lines are close together because the eye loves that. Okay, here's the secret trick I was telling you about. I don't draw the eyebrow, I draw the negative space between the eyebrow and the eye. I think of that as a single shape and I sketch it in. Then I can draw the eyebrow on top of that shape. That makes the likeness 100% better. Sometimes you'll see in a sketch that the eyebrows or the eyes look off, like a little wonky and weird. But if you think of the space between the eyebrow and the eye, the negative space, as a shape, and focus on drawing that negative space shape, and then put the eyebrow on top of that shape, then it all seems to fit together like a perfect puzzle. I'm also leaving a little round highlight inside the pupil of the eye. Now I'm drawing that space again, the negative space underneath the eyebrow. And then I can draw the eyebrow on top of that. And it causes it to fit together better. Now I sketch in the nose, the details of the nose, thinking of it as a three-dimensional shape. I'm also going to show you another trick about how to place the ears on the face, which has a big effect on the likeness. And also, don't worry if your drawings are not as good as you want them to be. Just keep drawing. Like the art teacher told me, 1,000 bad drawings you have to get out of the way. And another thing that really helped me is another art teacher told me to draw things more than once. So if you're drawing from a photo, try drawing it 5, 6, 7 times. But to be honest, something I never wanted to be is a human copy machine. I like my portraits to be stylized or have a big dose of the imagination. In this case, it's going to have a cartoon body. But I've seen artists that work for hours and hours to get a perfectly photorealistic portrait, and we've got copy machines that can do that. That doesn't sound like fun to me. Now, if you draw the ear too high or too low, it really throws off the likeness. Another trick I do is to find the ears and the eye line. I draw a line, imaginary line, from the tip of the ears across the eyes on the photo, and then I do the same on the paper to find the top of the ear, and I do it the same thing for the bottom of the ear, and that has a big effect on the likeness. Basically, that imaginary line shows me how far above or below the eye the top of the ear is. In this case, the top of the ear was just a little bit above the top of the eyelid. So this is my method for doing a quick sketch of the face that is a line art portrait style sketch. And I realize there are a lot of artists out there that are a whole lot better at this than I am, but I'm going to be studying this and studying those artists and getting better every day. Thanks for watching.